Understanding training and development. A competitive environment makes it important for organizations all over the world to gather to upgrade the capabilities of their human resource to enable them to manage and deal with challenging assignments. Most organizations look at training and development as an integral part of the human resource development activity, as well as it became one of the key for having the HR functions. Training. It is a planned learning experience intended to enhance the competence, expertise, aptitude, and performance of an individual in his or her current job. For training to be effective, it has to be planned activity conducted after a in-depth analysis and target at a certain competencies of a company. Then, most important, it is to be conducted in a learning atmosphere. Both training and development are different in certain aspects, yet components of the same system of the company. Yun nga, training. Training ay mahalaga lalo na kung bago ka pa lang para mas alam mo na yung gagawin at ma-enhance mo yung trabaho mo at mas ma-develop pa lalo para magawa mo ng ayos yung job mo. Development. Development is a planned learning experience designed to enhance and improve competencies of an individual for a possible future task. Development implies opportunities created to help employees grow. It is more for a long-term or futuristic in nature as opposed to training which focus on the current job, lalo na kung bago ka pa lang sa company na pinapasukan mo. Development. It is beneficial to a company in a long run to its cost to ensure that the employees like us or to the future employees are trained regularly in a certain company. In contrast, development requires educational process which is concerned with the future growth of the employee. Basically, development prepares employee for future challenges and potential climb up the corporate ladder. After the training and development session of the employees are expected to bring back to the floor whatever learning they gain during the activities. Yun nga, kailangan nilang i-apply lahat ng natutunan nila sa training at mapakita nila yung development na nakuha nila sa training kapag nabigay na sa kanila talaga yung certain task na kailangan nila or yung mismong job nila dun sa company. Yun nga, both training and development helps the certain company about running the long-term growth and survival of that company.
Accumulation of the report, we have 8 steps in training. First is to analyze training tasks. For number 1, prepare a detailed task analysis. The trainer should prepare for the trainer's materials like computer, chairs, notebook, and other resources. Although the time management should be used to make an outline in every segment. For number 2, the development training objectives. To formulate learning objectives as a trainer, what should I expect to my trainers or also what behavior will be improved. For number 3, the organized training content. Create an instruction design. You may write the content of the program. For number 4, decide what training methods to use. There are many methods that we use that we can fit to our trainers. It can be interactive type, lecture, or discussion. For number 5, select trainer resources. Make a list of the required structured materials. Now, you already know what method you will use for the training. Now, it's time to prepare your materials like audiovisual aids. Then number 6, the outline of action plan or complete the training plan. After learning objective, create content of the program and other methods that we use. We need to do like in research, you will going to outline action plan that will involve person or the and timeline. Next, implement the program. Your discussion must be interesting. The eye contact is very important. And your body posture, gesture, and motivating skills. And for number 8, last, to evaluate the result. So, assess the training. So, all of the trainings will be evaluated or will be rated according to your training session.
Analyzing organizational and training needs. One technique in identifying the training needs is through training needs assessment survey form. Well, basically, it is a kind of technique that will help the organization to identify on what training skills and competencies should be further enhanced. Once this is known, it is time to identify on what training can satisfy those needs. First is to prepare a detailed task analysis. Now that the organizational and training needs has been identified, the initial step is to prepare a comprehensive task analysis. Task analysis is the illustration of the essential things that are needed for the effective delivery of the training session, such as laptops, computers, chairs, tables, writing supplies, and other important resources. Second is formulate learning objectives. Begin by writing down the purpose of the training and indicate what you expect the trainee should know, what behavior should be improved, and skills they acquire and develop after the training. Third is to create an instructional design. Now that the training objectives has been formulated, it is now time to construct a program that is anchored to your learning objectives. This will assist you in writing down the key contents of your program, including when to start and end the entire activity. Fourth, decide what training methods to use. Luckily, training methods is not a one-size-fits-all. Therefore, you can choose from a variety of training methods or procedures that will fit the needs of your trainees, such as interactive type, lectures, group discussion, digital application, and combination of each and other techniques. Fifth is make a list of the required instructional materials. Instructional materials or resources are essential components of any or all training activities that aims to address knowledge and skills improvement and enhancement. Typical resources may include audiovisual aids, manuals, transparencies, PPTs, and videos. 6. Outline an action plan. The next thing to do is to create an action plan that is clearly and concisely show the established goals, appropriate strategies, support the people or individual responsible for every goals and strategies, and timeline for every action and monetary concern. 7. Implement the program. With a well-prepared and organized action plan on hand, you are now ready to share your knowledge and expertise on a given subject. A good presentation is interactive, therefore the trainer must know how to capture the attention of the trainees by giving effective questions and constantly having an eye contact and immediacy with the audience to draw their attention on your presentation. Other important ingredients to an effective presentation are good body posture, friendly voice expression, good communication, and motivating skills. Last but not the least is number 8, evaluate result. When the training has come to an end, the trainer's job is to objectively rate the effectiveness of the training session.
Training methods for non-managerial positions. Business firms consist of diverse workforce performing varied roles. Whatever category they belong, those non-managerial employees still need an upgrade to their skills and their knowledge for a better performance level. That's why a broad array of training and techniques are available to assist them to improve their performance. Among them are the on-the-job training, apprenticeship training, classroom training, programmed instruction, audiovisual method, and simulation method. First one is the on-the-job training. So far, it is the highly used technique for training non-managerial employees. It is assumed to be a means of educating and familiarizing trainees with the work climate they will ultimately become part of. During the training, the trainees gets hands-on experience of the work situation with guidance from their supervisors or trainers who act as their mentors. On-the-job training, in on-the-job training, individual is performing tasks or processes related to their particular occupation, and employee performs tasks that are essential to their job function. Kagaya ng mga graduating students na before they graduate, they need to undergo the on-the-job training. It is because it can provide them the basic knowledge that they need when they applied for an actual job. Second is the apprenticeship training. It is an expansion of the on-the-job training. Generally, this type of training is afforded to technical people like the mechanics, electricians, welders, carpenters, etc., who work under the tutoring of a specialist in each type of job. Apprenticeship training is somewhat challenging kasi hindi naman madali yung ginagawa ng mga technical people, diba? Pero, it is very fulfilling in a sense that aside from earning an income already, the apprentice can also gain an added qualifications and learn new skills that can help them when they applied for an actual job or when they meet local and international standards. By having apprentices, a company is assured that its workforce possess the technical skills and qualification it needs. This, in effect, increases efficiency and enhances competitive edge towards a secured future for the company. Third one is the classroom training. Classroom instruction is commonly used when a big audience must be taught. Regular classroom instruction lasts for several hours or could run for several weeks. In classroom training, from the word itself, classroom, there is a specific place where employees are being trained or are being taught. In a classroom instruction, various training techniques such as video and PowerPoint presentation may be used. This method is costly because of certain expenditures like the rentals or travel allowances. If a classroom instruction is necessary and needed, the company has two choices, whether to get an in-house trainer or outsource one. When deciding which option to take, the company should seriously deliberate who has the proficiency to deliver the instruction and who can provide the best presentation so that the employees will effectively learn and will effectively apply what they learn to their job. Next is the programmed instruction. This method of training does not need the intervention of a trainer. Sets of questions and problems are given to the trainees who are requested. Next is the programmed instruction. This method of training does not need the intervention of a trainer. Sets of questions and problems are given to the trainees who are requested to read each set of problem and provide the corresponding answers. Feedback as to correctness of the answers are communicated after each response. This method of training involves presentation of questions, facts, and problems to the trainees. If the answer is right, it is communicated immediately. Pero kung mali yung sagot, the employees will given a chance to retry. Next is the audiovisual method. Almost all of us have gone through a training program that utilizes audiovisual equipment, whether in lectures, live presentation, or discussion. This kind of training is prevalent in the corporate world. As a matter of fact, in almost all places that education is needed. Tama. Kasi, di ba, kunwari sa classroom setting, we are now using audiovisual method instead of the traditional way na board and chalk, tapos Manila paper and pentel pen yung ginagamit sa pagre-report. Ngayon, companies and even universities and other schools are embracing new ways of delivering trainings through the use of both audio and visual aids, such as computers, laptops, and other more advanced technology that will significantly contribute to a more engaging and interactive presentation. Kasi 'di ba, kapag it seems like it's more interesting kapag nakikita natin yung mga bagay na itinuturo sa atin nung nasa harapan natin ng teacher or ng trainers or mentors. Other effective forms of audiovisual training techniques are teleconferencing and video conferencing. Firms can utilize this method to share knowledge to trainees in various sites, thus allowing them to interact with one another. Inaalaw nito yung interaction ng isang tao or ng isang group kahit magkakalayo sila sa isa't isa. The last one is the simulation method. Simulation training is used as a method to coach trainees about the skills needed in real-life situation. It gives a realistic experience and is extensively used in corporate world. The term simulation implies an imitation of a real-life process, oftentimes via an electronic gadget. Companies involved in high-risk activities use simulation training to facilitate realistic outcomes, to avoid the negative consequences. Types of simulation training includes those in the aviation, military, and shipping industries, or those in the clinical practice. Halimbawa dun sa shipping industries, hindi ka naman pwedeng mag-drive ng actual na barko kahit hindi ka pa naman talaga totally marunong. And those who are in the medical field, hindi ka naman pwedeng basta lang mag-inject sa isang tao, hindi ka pwedeng basta lang kumuha ng dugo sa isang tao, hindi ka pwedeng pag-opera ng tao, ng tunay na tao, kung ang purpose mo is for training only. 'Di ba? So, yun. Those are the training methods for non-managerial positions.
Executive development programs. There are multiple developmental processes to improve the level of productivity and performance of middle and top level managers. In years, development programs for managerial employees have significantly increased in popularity. This is so because many experienced baby boomers managers have begun retiring and firms are having a hard time replacing the expertise they provided. So in executive development programs, this is all about for the middle and top level managers or for the managerial positions who are hired in a business or in a company because of the baby boomers that have the managers have begun retiring, and because firms are having a hard time replacing the expertise they provided, they have a multiple developmental processes so that they can improve the level of performance and the productivity of the middle and top level managers. In contrast to managerial positions, the process used for executive development is different in terms for the roles, functions, and level of responsibilities. So, in non-managerial positions, it's not all about for the managers or for the higher positions, but also for the other roles and functions of a business that they applied. Symposiums, conference, workshop. Symposiums is an official gathering where attendees are specialists and experts in their own fields of discipline. During the symposiums, these peoples are introduced and communicate their viewpoints of perspectives on selected subject matters. This is all about their positions or role this is all about their positions or their field in the company. While the conference refers to a meeting where attendees share their ideas and thoughts on several business issues. So in conference, they're having a deliberations where they are sharing their thoughts, their ideas about their business. Study method. In the case study method, the trainings are handled with some written notes showing some complicated information about a real-life or fictional organizations. Katulad po namin, binibigyan kami ng mga complicated informations na maaari naming kaharapin kapag nasa real life or nasa fictional organizations kami. While the management games help make training more conversational, pleasurable, and engaging with a great ideal of knowledge to bring back to the work area. In management games, this is a way to help make trainees more conversational and pleasurable. By for example is yung Pinoy Henyo po. Pinoy Henyo, they can play Pinoy Henyo with the topics about their workplace or their positions or their experience in their work fields. And charades din po. Role play. It is a type of executive development methods in which every trainee is given a function to accomplish. Each is provided specific explanation of the task, issues on hand, purpose, duties, and responsibilities, feelings, and emotions that they may face. Dito po sa role play is binibigay ito sa mga trainee kung saan maipapakita nila kung na-accomplish yung task nila na ibinigay sa kanila. And para makita din kung karapat-dapat sila as sa posisyong kinukuha nila. So sa roleplay is hindi lang ito about sa pag-accomplish but it also about your feelings and your emotions na pwedeng kaharapin once na nandun ka na sa field na gusto mo or dun sa positions na gusto mo.